Right, okay, so another game which was on the weekend, which I was very excited about, was Chelsea versus Man City. Now, let's talk about how that game went. So, first and foremost, Man City deserved the win, 100%. They were much better, and I think they were really, really good value for that win. Um, but I don't think Chelsea were as bad as people are making out. I think there was a few positive signs for Chelsea, even when it went to 1-0, City deserved to be in front. It was 1-0. But then Chelsea were causing City quite a few problems before half time. There was a chance where Jackson was in at one point where Edison gave him a chance to score, but it was offside. And some of their passing was quite promising. I thought Lavia was outstanding. I don't think the back four were too bad. Well, I'd say the back two. I think Colwell and Fofana done well together. I thought that was a good partnership. Colwell being left-footed and Fofana being very highly rated, not really getting an opportunity because he's been injured for so long. I felt that they were decent. Gusto was okay, but Lavia in particular was excellent. I thought Caicedo was poor, really poor. Him and Enzo, I didn't. They had a really bad game, and they're obviously going to get more criticism because of their price tags. But by Caicedo's high standards, and people who have seen a couple of my videos already know how highly I rate Caicedo, and I still think he's going to have a wonderful season. But he was very off the pace against City. And there's no excuses because Lavia was fantastic. So Casado's going to have to up his game against Wolves on the weekend. But no, I think Chelsea. I think Nkunku was promising. Palmer as always was causing a few problems, but they weren't great. I just don't think they were as bad as perhaps maybe Chelsea fans might make out. I still think Chelsea will get fourth this season. I still think it's going to click for them because I think they've got too many good players, and as long as they just don't buy too many now. I think Felix has come in. Conor Gallagher's going to be on the way out. So I just feel that if they're going to bring in one more player, maybe just bring in a striker to replace Lukaku, and then maybe they're good to go. But they have to stop buying players, like too many players in the same positions, because they need to get a bit of a balance now. If anything, they need to get rid of players. That's what they need to do. Get rid of some players and then find a tune out of some of the players and just trim it down a bit. But yeah, I thought first half they were okay. Second half, City were just knocking on the door, and yeah, I think City were good value for that. I don't even think City were that great, but I just think they were just too much for Chelsea on the day, and Kovacic finally made it 2-0. But it was, yeah, I think Chelsea were definitely second best, but they weren't as bad as people made out. But it was definitely a deserved win for City. But I got to talk about Cucurella. I mean, I can't stand that guy. I mean, after that song he done at the Euros about Haaland's trembling and all that sort of shit, which is just really random because why would he go for Haaland? Why would he have a go at Haaland? It's so stupid. And yet that game the other day, his defending for Haaland was atrocious. I don't think Haaland was trembling then. So it's just, I think this guy, he's had one good tournament. He had a little spell where he improved for Chelsea, and now he's suddenly Billy Big Bollocks. He needs to slow down. He needs to relax himself because his ego is clearly off the scale. And yeah, it was nice for him to be at fault for that first goal because it was just, of all the players who could have scored, it was Haaland. This guy needs to relax. He needs to relax because he's been really, really poor. Let's be honest about it. Since Chelsea signed him, he's been very, very poor. And now he's suddenly, he wins the Euros of Spain and he's got this massive ego. Listen, Haaland done him over, and I was happy to see that. But as for Chelsea going forward, I still think there's positive signs. As for City have still got another gear. They're still a fantastic team, and yeah, I still tip them to go really far in the title race.